There can be only one podcast, and may it be the Princess of the Universe. Hi, folks, I'm Matt.
And I'm not letting Matt talk about Dune.
Anyway. All right, so this is the final podcast of the year. I'm going to find a new co-host if you'd like to apply.
I would have loved to have done that series with you. Like, I read them all. It would give me the good excuse, just like we did with The Wheel of Time. But
Are you talking Dune?
I'm talking Dune. I needed the excuse.
I don't know.
To go ahead.
You had to go ahead. I will be honest. I do miss when we were reading through a series together.
That was
because that was a lot of fun, and maybe we can get with Steven again and see if we can. I don't know what I would want to reread.
Not a series he would like to do.
I don't know. There's a few. Oh, you know what? Has he ever read the Silo series? Because I think about rereading that.
I would do that one.
Let's talk to him about that.
It's only 3 books?
Yeah, it's only 3 books, and they're good reads.
Oh, yeah.
They're quick reads. Okay, so anyway, hi folks, welcome back to the show.
Hey, we're not breaking up.
There we go. So no, but that was just a lot of fun. That was a whole lot of fun. That's what kind of kicked up because to be honest, reading through Wheel of Time was Steven's idea. It came up to me, and you and I both, and we were talking about it, and you said, "Well, I'd reread them." I said, "Yeah, I'd reread them too." And I'm glad I did. I'm glad we did that. It was a lot of fun. Those are fun podcasts to do too with them. So yeah, maybe that coming in 2021. So we were going to talk about this topic.
Tremors, Shrieker Island. Been waiting to do this review episode. Woo!
That's okay. Moving on. No, the other one that we have talked about doing because this was news before the Disney crap their news out, and was the Universal announcement that they were dumping everything on HBO Max and waving the white flag. Even though something tells me Warner Brothers doesn't really care for cinema anyway, they're trying to skip past the middleman and go straight to the audience. But I don't know. So
the thing is, at least for the short term, we're done with the $100 million
movie, yeah.
Budget.
Big budget movies are gone for now.
Shrinking in size, and which could be good.
No, I agree.
This could be the good reset we've been wanting with them not relying on the over special effects movies.
Oh, exactly. And so you saw a lot of the announcements of Disney that would usually be movie announcements have now switched to TV series. And it's a streaming wars. We all knew that. HBO Max. The only thing it really had going for it was Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is still going to suck, but everyone seems to care about it.
Yeah, it can't be worse than the other one they put out.
No.
I just can't imagine it being.
So, who's the director?
Zack Snyder.
There you go. Okay, so
Zack Snyder.
People would put way too much trust in that dude, I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong, I'll watch it. But the thing is, though, you're like saying, well, it's going to be better. Well, yeah, a dead rodent on the side of the road would be better to look at for 2 hours than that film again. But that you're not doing much. It's like when they said that Wonder Woman was the greatest DC movie that'd come out. Wonder Woman didn't suck. I'll give you that. But you put it next to most of the Marvel movies. Most of the Marvel movies beat Wonder Woman.
It was mid-tier Marvel.
At best, it was mid-tier. Aquaman, the same thing too, because they were talking about Aquaman. And I was like, dang, if they would have cut maybe an hour off that show and then not done two villains. They didn't need to do two. Do Black Manta. He was awesome. Yeah, I loved looking at him.
Aquaman was definitely too ambitious.
Yeah, it's too ambitious a project, and people were kind of like, "Oh, look how good it is." Look, dude, I am the biggest DC. I grew up reading DC, so I'm cheering for DC. But you know what? Watch DC animated. That's where the gold is. Don't bother with their cinematic. Well, now you don't have to bother with any cinematic release because everything is going streaming. But when Universal made the announcement, I was like, okay, they've, oh well, because when our theater's going to come back, you already have AMC going bankrupt. You have Cinemark thinking, hey, can we buy AMC? Cinemark's doing the comeback classics. I don't know if you've been to any of these. I haven't. Yeah, I watched several movies that used to be in theaters a long time ago. I had a blast. So I hope they do that, but a billion times over. I hope cinema will always have more of those because they need to. Instead of $5 to go see Die Hard, $5 to see The Shining or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something, yeah, I'd pay $5. See it on the big screen.
I'm thinking about renting out a theater and going and see a movie when my son comes in.
Which one?
Monster Hunter International.
Okay. Well, see,
No, just Monster Hunter. It's not International's different thing.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, it's a video game that they like. It's out now, and when he comes in for the holidays, I'm thinking that might be a fun thing to do. Just go see a new movie on screen.
Yeah.
Maybe it winds up being the best movie of the year. I don't know.
Which isn't saying much.
It's either that or Dora the Explorer.
Oh gosh. Anyway,
which is not bad, but
no, please elaborate. No, please elaborate on Dora the Explorer.
That was a fun movie.
Okay. I'm waiting.
All the hours I've had to spend watching Dora the Explorer over the last 20 years.
When is Ahsoka going to come into Dora the Explorer? Is that in the sequel? Is that what you were looking for? Just connect it all. Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, you have some people who were. Is it true that Patty Jenkins and Gail Gadot were paid to say, "Yay, we're happy" about Wonder Woman?
No idea.
I'd heard a report that they've been paid $10 million to smile and say good things about this news.
I'm curious, to see what the effects of Wonder Woman, out Christmas Day on HBO Max.
Yeah,
that'll be.
I mean, I'll
see when we finally get around to seeing how the results come out of that.
Isn't it going to be theaters too?
It's going to be theaters same day, but this will be the first time they're doing it.
Yeah.
And I know like Tenet bombed.
Oh yeah, it
theaters.
Did.
Even
and Wonder Woman will bomb in theaters too. Not because it's bad, just because it's the theaters.
Nothing can make the numbers that they need. To make the big budget movies with.
No.
Hollywood is about to change in ways we cannot fathom yet.
Yeah, but I mean, so
the way they keep talking about lockdowns and stuff, we have no idea when theaters will be coming.
Right.
It could be summer. It could be next fall.
Yeah. So Dune is coming to HBO Max.
Assuming.
And then what?
If you need to come over.
The new one?
You got HBO Max.
Oh, okay. And then what else?
What else? Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh gosh. I mean, I'll see it, but God, the Godzilla movies are so bad. King Kong Skull Island was good.
Well, this is a King Kong movie.
I don't know. No, I'll watch it. Maybe it'll have action in it. But
Godzilla King of the Monsters had action.
It had.
It just did not have a story holding it together.
No, it did not. So I'm glad to hear you say that. I mean, I like Godzilla more than King Kong, but I'll be honest, Skull Island has beat any of those new Godzilla movies.
The thing is, I've watched Godzilla King of the Monsters probably 50 times this summer.
Oh, geez.
The thing is, it's fun because it's just dumb action.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to think about
it.
And the thing is, the monster effects and the monster battles are great.
You know what I saw this past year? I saw earlier this year. I saw Godzilla 1998 or whatever. And that's still the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen. Being serious, I absolutely love it. But Skull Island, I saw that with Dwayne. Dwayne was in. He was going to go see it. I was like, oh man, I want to hang out with Dwayne, but I don't want to see that movie. But I went and watched it because I wanted to hang out with Dwayne. And I'll be honest, that movie was great. That's been my favorite the reboots. That's been my favorite big monster movie. I mean, because the humans were interesting too. Yeah. It's the only time I've seen the humans be interesting. So, and you need that to help float the storyline. You can't just have them duke it out. Well, I mean, you can, obviously, Godzilla King of the Monsters. But when you don't care about anything about the human element, and that's very rare. And that Godzilla 1998 movie, you care about the humans. You care about their path. I do. I thought they were really well done. So I was really pleased about that. So, I mean, okay, so everything's going to your TV screen. That's nice. Is this going to pick up HBO Max's numbers? What's Disney Plus going to do?
Thing is, the only reason I have HBO Max is it comes free with my cell phone service.
Is it true Disney Plus lost millions of subscribers? Because like me, we were on Verizon. We all got it free for a year, and then we all quit.
I'm sure that had something. I'm sure they lost some numbers with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I have AT&T, and that's just continual free HBO Max.
Oh, okay. Okay. Really?
It's free with my service in general, so I don't have to worry about it.
Good. I mean, it's funny because usually about this time of year, I start making my list on top 5 movies I'm looking forward to seeing in theaters, but I have no idea what's coming out in theaters. And also, it seems like a lot of this stuff is going to be streaming, and a lot of the big movies are
You've probably already seen the movie you'll get to watch this year in theaters.
Right. No, that's true. I mean, I'd rather do a top 5 movies I'd like to see in theaters, like redone, put back out in theater. But just release the whole Star Wars movies. Release the first 6. I mean, you can release all 9 or whatever, but release them all. That'd be fun, right? I'd
Yeah.
watch the prequels again. I'd watch, of course, the original trilogy again,
No,
and
with,
that'd be
with
fun.
watching The Mandalorian with Brody, he wants to go back and he wants to watch the prequels and the Clone Wars TV show.
Well, I mean,
Because they're tying into it so much.
and if I was Disney, they would never do this, but I would allow the Ewok movies to get some screen time. They're for kids. Kids would like
they're
them,
not bad.
and they're not
They're fun.
bad. They're
I do
actually
enjoy them.
fun. They're actually really fun movies. Like a few weeks ago on the expandeduniverse.com, I released an article that I didn't even know. I'd found out about this a few weeks earlier, but they have done an actual Hasbro did action figures of Kanisha.
Really?
Yes. Like she has a real Ewok action figure, and so does.
Expensive.
Well, I'm sure it is. And then Tippett is also in that. It's an Ewok pack with a bunch of random Ewoks, but Kanisha and Tippett are in there. Tippett is from the Marvel comic books, the old Mary Jo Johnson comic books. Tippett was one of the Ewoks that helped them toward the end. And you're like, he's on one of the covers of one of the magazines too. I was like, Tippett got one too, and I just did not know that they'd gotten their own action figures before. But yeah, I'd love to get that, but again, it probably cost a pretty penny. But anyway, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I don't know. I think they should just start releasing. I like the idea of releasing old stuff and release. Heck, I mean, if Universal's smart, release the Tremors movies. I would love to see 2, 3, 5 in theaters. 6 and 7. I don't know. But why? I mean, it doesn't hurt.
No,
Say,
the thing is,
because theaters are starving to have some content. So if you say, here, we'll dust this off. It's been sitting on DVD on your shelves forever, but at least give it a shot for 1 week. Yeah, on the big screen. I'm serious.
And Tremors 2 really is theater quality.
No, I think Tremors 2 is fantastic.
I think they really were shooting for theaters with that one, and they just changed their minds.
But do you see what I mean? I really think they should just kind of throw some of this stuff out there. I mean, because a bunch of these studios, they have nothing to do. These movies cost nothing to put out. Everything's digital now, and the cameras are digital, so it costs nothing to kind of say, okay, here,
stream it over,
just release it, stream it over. You can play this for a week, and whatever money you get. But you've already sold the. You've already sold the DVDs of this forever. So release Army of Darkness. I would love to see Army of Darkness.
I already saw it in theaters.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, those evil, they should just know cult classics, release them out there. Because the cult means they'll go see it regardless.
Yeah, they just
want to see it in theaters. And so even if but it costs you nothing. I mean, yeah, you'll have to share some of the profit with whatever contracts you sign. Residuals, but at least you get something for doing nothing but re-releasing content. I just don't understand why they haven't been doing that. I mean, obviously they're waiting to see, before they do any of that, what's going to happen. But I don't know. It just seems like a no-brainer to me. And I'm sure it's not that. I mean, like Cinemark, all I have to do, only have Cinemark here, and so every month I'm checking to see what movies are coming to theaters and hoping it's something I like. Like this Christmas, we struck out. They couldn't get Home Alone. They couldn't get Elf. They couldn't get The Grinch. Jim Carrey's The Grinch. They couldn't get, what's another Christmas classic that everyone watches all the time? Oh, Christmas Vacation. I mean, to be honest, any of those movies, I'd have gone seen. I'd have gone seen back in theaters again. But they didn't get them. Either they couldn't, or the movie theaters. I mean, the production studios were just holding that back or something.
It doesn't make any sense to hold back. I don't think they're just being incompetent at the moment.
I guess, but there's just a lot of incompetence. Like, okay, well, there's no money made. Yeah, but it costs you nothing to release that movie right now. And who cares if it makes just, a couple 100,000? Okay, you got a couple 100,000. I mean, really, what I'm saying, for doing nothing.
They ought to just letting theaters run them for free and let the theaters take all the releases from it, because it's going to get people going back to theaters. They need to get people back in the habit of going to theaters.
That's true, too. That's a good idea. Yeah, they probably should.
They ought to just, because the thing is, they can let them have the download stream to shoot up on the screen.
Let me ask you this. I mean, you're excited to see Dune, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're excited to see Wonder Woman 2? Or no?
I'm not. I'm looking. I'm going to watch it. I'm looking forward to watching it.
What other big movies were going to be released? I can't remember the announcement.
King Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh yeah, you want to see that one for sure.
I do want to see that in theaters.
Well, I mean, it's going to come out streaming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have they made a date for that? Or they just said sometime in 2021?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know what they should do? Well, never mind. Probably not privy to say that.
No idea. You got some, behind the scenes information from
Well,
the big wigs in Hollywood.
yeah, I think they should serve food during
Some
the
theaters
screening because as you know, when you're eating food, COVID doesn't exist in the restaurants. You don't have to social distance. You don't have to wear a mask when you're
the thing is,
eating.
the places that have theaters open, they're still having problems. It's not about just getting people.
No, I mean I see people in restaurants all the time. I was at Cracker Barrel and the lady came up to me. She's like, "Sir, you need to wear a mask when you're on the retail side of the store." I went, "What? Can I be sitting in the non-COVID section, please?" Can I go? And then right when I said that, they announced me. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna walk 6 feet over here where I can remove my mask." I don't know. The only side effects would be, you look like a hypocrite and a dumbass. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah, but movie theater, something has to be done for movie theater. People get back because there's a lot of people who don't want to go back. And I mean, I can
There's
understand
a lot of people that are scared to go to the theaters.
I understand, and I understand that too. But the thing is, though, with me, I never wanted to go opening night. Megan and I would always wait the second or third week. You know that because you said, "Did you see it yet?" I went, "No, we're going to go see it next week."
I like,
but we would always.
theater.
I know you like the packed theater. I just didn't like the packed theater because someone's always talking. Someone's,
but you get
spilling
the
drinks or
full
something.
Immersive audience experience.
I know. I
When
don't.
the jerks are not there,
I know.
it is the best way to watch a movie. When everybody is engaged into the movie,
I
that is
know.
the best time to watch a movie.
I know. We just like not having to wait in line, not having to worry. I mean, now seats are assigned, which I love, but back then it was a free for all, right?
Mhm.
So if you didn't wait in that line 2 hours early, you weren't going to get a good seat. You had to sit up in the front row, Joe seats, and I don't want to do that. So I don't know. I mean, but I agree something needs to be done, and maybe that's it. Maybe they say, "Hey, look, here's a bunch of these old movies, stream them for free as much as you want, charge what you want, get people trying to." It makes the movie theaters happy.
Yeah.
Because they get some free content, they can start, so they can survive. And then, the tension that was going on before then not with anyone, with Disney's renegotiated contracts we were talking about year before.
No, that's true. I forgot about that.
Maybe there was already some tension there, but maybe some of that tension eases when they say, okay, times are tough. We know times are tough. Honestly, here's our animated, we're playing this on Disney Plus, but go ahead and play them on the big screen.
The thing is, they can't give them new stuff.
No. I'm just saying old stuff. I'm talking like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. I'm talking about the animated classics. They give them some of that stuff. The stuff that's been streaming for years and they've sold on DVD a billion times.
Only people that want to see it in big screens.
Big Disney fans would go see it. And the thing is, though, you just give them that kind of stuff, and everyone, all the studios do that. And then, that way they can survive off that. I would love to see that. I mean, there's a lot of movies that came out in theaters that I missed this year. Indiana Jones came back out, and I wanted to see that one. Back to the Future, the trilogy. I still regret not going to sit down all day and watch those. That was a gem. That'd have been a gem. I can't remember. There's another. Oh, Jurassic Park. It was in theaters forever, and we missed it the one week we could finally get off to go see it.
Probably 4 times. Since
but there's nothing like a theatrical release of that to watch that movie. But hey, by the way, since we're talking about other things here, let's just move on here. I watched the Animaniacs new season. Have you seen this on Hulu?
New season?
Yeah, the new season.
I have not watched it.
Don't.
I just got Hulu yesterday.
Okay, don't.
To watch.
It's sad.
Attack on Titan.
That was such a smart, witty cartoon.
And you expected them to make something that good in today's era?
Cobra Kai. There's my answer. I expect everything to be like Cobra Kai.
And that's the lottery. It was won already.
Okay,
it's not going to happen again.
Okay, do you know one that was? It's laughably. It's so outrageously PC. It's enjoyable to watch. It's the new Saved by the Bell. It is so. I mean, it is literally white people are ignorant. White people are rich. White people are bad. White people are stupid. White people are racist. I mean, and they literally say that.
So you live
just about
you relate.
The whole time the new season is saying shame on you for even liking those original characters because they were spoiled, entitled, privileged kids. It's great. There's one where AC Slater apologizes to Jesse because he kept telling her to calm down, Mama, when she was upset about the bikini contest at the high school, and he goes, "But we should have been supporting you this whole time. Now there's 1,000 Jesse. Now there's millions of Jessies out there. You were a revolution. We should have listened to you. I'm sorry for mansplaining." Doesn't
Right.
say that, but the thing is
Well, he
though,
did do that. He came out, and apologized for telling Candace Owens that he didn't think, 3-year-olds should transition. He had to apologize for that.
oh boy. But yeah, so there's a lot of different things. Um, but the thing is though, I mean, of course, and Zach Morris is a jerk, and
Still,
yeah. But I'll be honest,
grow up, dude.
my wife and I watch this show, and the whole time my wife is like heavily insulted. I mean, there's one. Her name is Joyce Whitlady, but sounds like White Lady, and she's saying that all these minority kids that she knows how they feel, and whatever, we don't need the white people's respect, or I mean, it's just so overtly racist. I was like, and my wife's like, why are we watching? I said, I think this is funny. I mean, it's so it's so beat you with a club over the head that you should feel bad. If you're white, you should hate yourself. That's what the show does.
You should hate yourself.
And to be honest, I'm going to recommend it because I think it's hilarious. Plus the thing is though, they make the white kids, they make Zach's son Mac seem like the most arrogant, self-centered. He's hilarious. He's one of my favorite characters. He's great. Then there's just so many characters, and they refuse to give them a leeway. At the end, they kind of make them a little bit better people because they realize, we're kind of getting too hard on this. But they make sure to make everyone feel bad for liking all those spoiled rich kids at Bayside High. You lived your life in this filtered, separated, sheltered, rich people universe. This is not how the real world lives and everything. And but to be honest, yeah, I enjoy. I watched season 2. I didn't know why Screech wasn't in it. Oh wait, yeah, no, the one.
I heard he was filming some other things.
No, maybe I don't know. Saved by the Smell too. I don't know, but no, I'll be honest. But it's so bad. It's funny. It's great, and there are some funny moments in it. And the parts that they want to make fun of us, I mean, that's fine. I can laugh at, people who are racist against me.
Speaking of laughing at this kind of stuff, did you see The Hunt?
No, you keep telling me about it. I should.
Fun. It is just like the comments on YouTube brought to a movie. It's hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, I need to watch that one. I do need to watch that one. I don't think I've. Have you been watching anything recently or anything? I think those are the only ones. Anything else like worth
What did I watch recently?
talking about? I don't know.
Started watching. Watched the first 3 Starship Troopers recently in the last couple of weeks.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah.
Those are fun. I remember one of them. I think it was the second one. Had a good story. It just didn't have the money behind it.
Yeah.
Was that the second one or the third one?
The second one.
The second one had a good
The
story.
third one was also, again, both the second and the third one just needed some money.
Both of them, yeah, because the third one happens on one set, just about like inside and out, and you can tell because they're using different. They're shooting from different angles.
In the armor suits, but they had no budget for it, so they just kind of show up at the end real quick.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know, but I remember 2. I think it was 2 being a good story. I said, man, they should have put more money in
a lot
this.
of bad acting.
Yeah,
it had one set. 2 was just one set.
It was one set. But the thing is, though, it had a decent. I mean, they did well with what they could. I remember applauding those movies back in the day. I watched the new Liam Neeson film, The Honest Thief, and just like Liam Neeson, it's a solid film. It's worth your time. It keeps it interesting. That one came out in theaters and kind of lingered and floundered, around, but because no one's watching anything. But to be honest, it's a solid movie. I've enjoyed all Liam Neeson movies. My wife was a big Liam Neeson fan, and I would go see. I knew he had some hits. But I was like, surely not everything he does, but to be honest, did you see Cold Pursuit?
Oh,
from
I
last year?
loved Cold Pursuit.
Cold Pursuit is great.
Fantastic.
It's one of his best movies. So is The Gray, but that came out a while back.
Yeah,
that was a
that's
great
old one. I
movie
need to go back
too.
and rewatch that one.
My brother calls it Wolf Puncher.
Yeah, it's as far as just a nihilistic movie, that's
Oh, it's great. It's great. But I mean, The Commuter, I remember Megan drove me to the theater to see that, and that was really good. And he just makes solid films. So this is one we'd wanted to see, and Honest Thief is fun. I mean, it's fun. It stars I forgot. Yeah, we saw Die Hard in theaters.
Oh,
Okay, so that got us started this Christmas season. Okay, once I watch one, I gotta watch them all.
yeah.
Die,
All.
yeah, gotta watch them all.
All.
Yeah, Die Hard. I'll tell you this: Die Hard 2, good film.
I love
Good
Die
film.
Hard 2.
Good film. Die Hard 2 is good. Die Hard 3 is great.
I love Die Hard 3.
Is great. I remember seeing that in theaters. Did we watch that together?
Probably. I was about
the time we were up here. I want to say that because I remember seeing that, and I remember that girl with the blonde hair, the curved knife. I thought she was so cool, the way she killed that guard, and everything. But Jeremy Irons plays the villain perfectly.
He had a good run in the 90s.
I mean, it was but it was that was a really good movie. And 4, excellent,
fun.
They're dropping humor the whole time, and it's fast. There's over the top action, which you love.
Which starts pulling people out of Die Hard, because Die Hard was supposed to be the down to earth action. They didn't like the over the top, but it's 4.
I mean, he took out a helicopter with a police car. I mean, that's just great. And then they made the joke about it. It's like, you just killed a helicopter with a car. This is great, because they even acknowledge it. Yeah, that was over the top, but it was pretty cool, wasn't it? Yes, it was. 4 is a great movie. It's a great, and who's it? Timothy Olyphant. Great.
Yep, he's good.
He is great as the villain in this one. I mean, honestly, you look at the villains that they had stack up for the first 4 movies, and they had a solid lineup. I mean, between Hans Gruber and Jeremy Irons and Timothy Olyphant, those are really they're superb. The villain from 2 is good, but he's a little
doing all the naked yoga at the beginning.
Yeah, but that wasn't it. The part was he was a little too much of a straight. His character wasn't there because his character was military and everything. But the best characters are the one that have that little bit of charisma too, that can lead an army.
Yeah,
which all 3 of these could, or a tech army and Timothy Olyphant's thing. But he had a little bit of that in him too. That I deserve this. And he's super smart and he knows it. And plus, who's the Apple kid that was in that?
I forget.
I'm an Apple. He's that kid's good, man. He's great. And then you get to the 5th one. I took notes on what's wrong with the 5th one. First off,
there's a lot of notes.
Yeah. Besides Bruce Willis not trying, that's a low budget. There's hardly any big action until the end. And I was like, that's odd. And whoever they wrote it was lazy too. They got someone to just cash in.
Gotta be honest. I never finished it.
Oh, really?
I couldn't.
It's sad because
I keep telling myself to go back.
I know. There's one fun scene at the end, but that's it. And it's just one little scene. Plus, Bruce Willis doesn't, it's just, Bruce Willis is bored the entire time. He does not want to be there, you can tell. The script is horrible. The budget is cheap. That is one of the cheapest budgets they had. And I mean, you could tell because there was just nothing that went on. There's this 20-minute, honestly, I think it's a 20-minute car scene chase where they're just bumping into other cars.
And it was a time, the thing is, his son, Bruce Willis' son, they had cast Jai Courtney, who they were, at that point in Hollywood, they were trying to make this guy be the guy. I mean, you've seen him in lots of stuff.
Yeah,
but he was in everything for a while.
He's actually an honest thief. He's actually the crooked FBI agent. I was like, shut up. We had just finished watching Die Hard 5, but go ahead.
He was Reese in the Terminator Genesis.
Oh, you're right.
Yes. He was in the Divergent movies. He was.
Yeah, they were trying to make him the next Spartacus. Leading man.
He was Spartacus's best friend in the first season. They got killed with the curly hair. He was in everything for like 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
And then he's disappeared. I haven't seen him in anything.
Well, he came back for the Honest Thief. Wow, I forgot. That's right. He's Spartacus' best friend, Vetus, whatever. Yeah. Oh wow. He's good in that one. He's good in Spartacus.
That was the only thing I like him in.
He's good in Spartacus, yeah. But no, just in Die Hard 5, you cannot like this movie. There's zero comedy. And then it's like whoever wrote it poorly too. It wasn't really well written, and it just was. And maybe Bruce Willis read the script and saw his contract and went, "Oh, I got to do this."
No,
and maybe that's why he was, at least he's getting paid. But I mean, I know that they still have. I read that they still have 6 on the slate for 2021 or for 2022, but nothing has been mentioned about it. But now, whoa. I did hear a rumor that now that no, Disney bought Fox. Fox has Die Hard. So Disney, there was rumors about making it digital, making it a McClane series, a prequel series about young John McClane
Well, you do
getting with
know
Holly.
that Die Hard is not the first movie in the series.
Oh, it's the first movie in the series.
It stars,
Is it Frank Sinatra?
yes,
Okay.
the detective.
Because I had heard he was coming back for Die Hard originally.
He was
and
originally
then passed
supposed
on
to,
it.
but there is an old movie. The thing is,
Is he called John McClane?
Die Hard is based off of a book,
Yeah, I knew that.
and that book was a sequel to an older book that Sinatra made the movie.
Yeah, and
The
he was set to
detective.
return.
But at that point he was too old.
Yeah,
But yeah, he had the contract that they had to offer him the role first.
yeah. But so what's interesting is that the other movies I've watched they're based off other books too. Even
Yeah.
the fourth one
They just
was
picked the
based off
stories,
another book,
yeah.
and they just picked the story out and made it a Die Hard film. And I didn't see that with 5, and you can tell because, like I said, 5 was just a step down. The writers didn't know what to do with it, but I really wish that had been better. Really wish that had been better. That came out around Valentine's Day, I remember, I think, or something
I
like that,
don't
because they
recall.
knew it was going to suck. But I didn't know back then that Valentine's Day is when you release your crap movies. I was just happy that Die Hard, I wouldn't have to wait for it. And I'm thinking, wow. And every time I rewatch
crap
it,
movies like Deadpool.
the studio gets it wrong too. But the thing is, though, I was excited because every time I go back to watch 5, I think this is the time it'll be good. No, there's not any redeeming qualities on it.
There is a director's cut or extended cut. Maybe that'll be better.
Ooh. All right, I'm going to stop right there. All right, so there you go, folks. There's our year-end wrap-up. We'll see it next year.
But we didn't talk about the best movie you saw in theaters.
What's that?
I don't know. I saw like 3 movies in theaters this year. So Dora the Explorer.
We'll see you next year on Princes of the Universe.